TunePocket.com. TunePocket.com.
Good day, and welcome to the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. And let's get right to it. So I was watching something on Grant Hill today, and I thought about this morning, okay? Watching something on Grant Hill, and he was one of the best players in the NBA for a 5-6 year stretch. Then he had like a run of he had like a 4-year run of missing significant time because of injuries, okay? But at the end of the Grant Hill video that I was watching, the guy who was narrating said he never got discouraged, and he just kept working his way back, and he never gave up, okay? And he never gave up, and eventually he came back. Well, what if that same mindset, Grant Hill had, despite being injured, just kept working his way back every time? What if that mindset applied to mental health, as far as depression, anxiety, and thoughts of suicide? Okay. Yeah, so despite the fact that you who are watching this have dealt with depression, anxiety, thoughts of suicide, I would just say, just keep working your way back. Don't give up, okay? And eventually you'll come through. You will eventually come through. And it was tough because that was virtually 4 seasons that Grant Hill lost. 4 seasons of his prime, athletic prime, that Grant Hill lost. But he just kept working his way back. Same thing with mental health, okay? You may deal with depression. You may have thoughts of suicide. You may have anxious thoughts, negative, intrusive thoughts, but just keep working. I would just encourage you, just keep working your way back, okay? Just keep working your way back. Don't be discouraged. Just keep working your way back. You do matter to a lot of people. You are loved. And yeah, just keep working your way back, no matter how long it takes. It took Grant Hill 4 years to fully work his way back, okay? Healing is not linear, as they say in mental health, when you're recovering from mental health issues, okay? Healing is not linear, okay? And it took Grant Hill 4 years to work his way back, okay? So don't get discouraged. Just keep working. Know that you are loved, and know that you matter, and you will eventually come through, okay? You'll eventually come through. So, saw something on Instagram by Therapy with Maggie PC, and she had a post up, inside of an anxious mind, okay? And these are some of the thoughts that run through an anxious mind. Am I doing enough? I feel like such a loser. Did I leave the door unlocked? What if someone gets in my house? I'm so dizzy. Do I have brain cancer? What if something bad happens to my family? I don't spend enough time with family and friends. They must hate me. What if that car hits me when I cross the street? I probably sound so stupid right now. This won't work out. I always mess things up. Okay, so the first one. Am I doing enough? I feel like such a loser. I've asked myself that when it comes to anything. I ask myself, and I remember when I first got involved volunteering with the Memphis Crisis Center, I was sort of anxious saying, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? It was like, I just feel like that I'm not doing enough to help people. Okay. It literally felt like that I was not doing enough to help people who went through the same things that I did mentally. So that just made me want to do that much more. And of course, the work I do with AFSP, this podcast that I'm doing with you all. So, I can honestly say that I feel like that I'm doing enough. That I do feel like I'm doing enough to help people. With some of the same things that I went through. Did I leave the door unlocked? What if somebody gets in my house? What if somebody gets into my car? Okay. And I know when I used to drive. I know when I used to drive at my second job. Okay. I used to drive. I was always paranoid about closing the back door on the truck. Okay. I was always paranoid about closing the back door on the truck. And even though I knew that I had closed the door on the back, I always had to go back and check. After I pulled off, I would stop, get out, and check just to see, knowing that the door to the truck was already closed. Okay. But that's just being paranoid. And when you're anxious, you can sometimes be paranoid, like I was, because there was a few times when I did leave the door up on the truck without even knowing it. Okay, so yeah, I'm so dizzy. Do I have brain cancer? How many of you have just been dizzy and you don't know where it came from? Okay. How many of you have been dizzy? You don't know where it came from. It could be vertigo. It could be whatever. You sort of question yourself. Is something really wrong with me? No. I know they say anxiety causes, anxiety causes a feeling in your stomach, okay? Like knots in your stomach, okay? It sometimes when I get a funny feeling in my stomach, it literally feels like my anxiety tells me that you're about to throw up, okay? Even if I didn't eat anything, okay? Even if I didn't eat anything, you get this weird feeling in your stomach and you feel like you're going to throw up even if you didn't eat anything. When the solution would be, you probably do need to eat something, and that'll tone down that dizziness that you feel. But yeah, I know this one guy I used to work with. He was at at work. All of a sudden, he just started feeling heavy and dizzy, and he didn't know where it came from. So yeah. What if something bad happens to my family? We've all had those thoughts. We've all had those thoughts whenever family goes out of town, takes a trip, and you can't go. You're thinking about them the whole time. Like, what if somebody crashes into them? Okay, what if somebody crashes into them? And so I don't spend enough time with my friends or family. They hate me. Now this is something that I struggle with as well. Okay. No, I get anxious when I can't be at a family, my nieces or nephews parties or events, and my family, they completely understand that. They completely understand that, despite the fact, but your anxiety tells you something different, and it's like you want to go, but at the same time, you're just too tired or got other things that you are, other commitments that you have to meet. And so there's a certain anxiety that you feel, that you ask yourself and you say, am I really, does it make me a bad family member for not going to this family member's birthday party, You start to question yourself and whether you are a bad family member, okay? Because you want to be there, but commitments, other obligations won't allow you, fatigue, and your family completely understands, but anxiety tells you they think you're a bad family member. They're going to talk about you, say he couldn't come because he didn't want to. So what if that car hits me when I cross the street? As somebody who got hit by a car when I was young, as somebody who got hit by a car when I was young, I don't ever remember asking myself that. But those of you who are watching, you may have asked yourself that while crossing the street. Especially here in Memphis, okay? Especially here in Memphis, man. Yeah. So if people are crossing the street here in Memphis and they have anxiety about crossing, and they have anxiety about somebody hitting them, it is definitely understood, okay? It is definitely understood. What if that car hits me when I cross the street? I would say that's probably a reasonable anxious thought. Okay, that's a reasonable anxious thought, because even if the light is red, because you don't know if that car is going to completely stop. You don't know if that car is going to see you or not. Okay. Especially at night when it's more difficult to see. Okay. So I probably sound so stupid right now. Okay. I've told you all time and time again. When I'm talking to you all, I sound like a broken record. I consider myself to sound like a broken record when I'm talking to you all about mental health and whatnot. But it seems like you all, the audience, really don't care. the way I sound, because when I go back and watch the videos, I think I'm speaking pretty good. Then when I go back and watch, it sounds like I'm speaking in broken words, and I get stuck and hung up on certain words while I'm talking. Okay. So I probably sound so stupid right now. So yeah, I often think that I'm a broken record when I'm talking to you all, but that's not the case. Anxiety just tries to convince you that you are. This won't work out. I always mess things up. And that anxiety that you feel of things not working out the way that you want them to can lead you to not doing anything at all and not trying, because anxiety has convinced you that if you try this, you will fail. If you open up this business, you fail. If you try to get it in shape, you will fail. Okay. So anxiety has convinced you that you will mess things up. So all right, that's it. And that's all for the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. May God bless you all. Happy New Year. Be blessed. Be safe. And I am gone. Peace.